Hello world, it's time for yet another installment on the great drum to disc brake conversion project. I'm about to send my parts away to a magical far off land called California, where there are people who can find or build the parts that I need to make my car work. I have here, this is my right lower and upper control arm, and over there is my left lower and upper control arm. If these were mounted on the car, it would look as if the car were driving into the wall. You know that you can tell this is the right control arm because the stabilizer shaft goes on the front. The sway bar attaches to the front of the lower control arm. My upper control arms, I suspect, are symmetrical because there's a hole here for a grounding strap, and it's located at the same place on the other side. If we were to just rotate this around, the translation about the z-axis or what have you. So it may not be that important that the upper control arm's got to stay separate, but I digress. Okay, what I want are disc brakes on my 1968 Pontiac Catalina. What I have are my original control arms, upper and lower. I've got my spindle, which had drum brakes. This is a drum brake spindle on the right and a drum brake spindle on the left. I have my tie rod here, inner and outer, with inner and outer joints, and I've got my steering arm here. Now, this stuff over here came off of a 1971 Pontiac Bonneville, which was equipped with disc brakes. Now, so I have here two spindles. I don't know which one is left and which one is right. I hope it doesn't matter. And I've painted them green, although that's not really critical to me. These spindles will accept disc brakes. It's possible that my drum spindles would accept disc brakes, but I know that these were, factory intended to accept disc brakes. I've got my the steering arms from the 71 Bonneville, and I took apart the disc brakes. Those are my two splash guards. Those are the two mounts for the calipers, and I don't know left from right, and I don't know whether they go on the front side of the wheel or on the back side of the wheel, on the leading side or the trailing side of the wheel. And in these two bags are the hardware where these disc brakes were taken apart, were put in. Once again, I don't know left from right. I don't think it matters, but that's what I have. I bought some flashing and a punch set, and I punched my name and phone number and left and right into this piece of metal here, and I'm going to send this along just in case just in case it helps. I don't know if it'll help at all. I'm pretty sure the place I'm sending this knows what they're doing, and isn't going to lose or confuse parts, but every little bit helps, I suppose. So what I'm hoping to get out of this are disc brakes. Maybe when my parts get out there, maybe there'll be somebody out there who can take my donor spindles and give and mount a complete disc brake assembly to them, and it'll come back to me, ready to install. That would be awesome. If not, I've got my discs out in the car, and if the people out there in California need those, I can send them. So yeah, I'm going to wind up needing new tie rods anyway, and they're gonna make the reason I'm sending them out there in the first place, the most important thing, the whole reason I'm sending these control arms out there, is that I need upper and lower ball joints on these control arms, because you just can't really find them anymore. But the place I'm sending them to can actually manufacture them. And there's some question as to whether will the new ball joints fit my donor spindles. You know, if they're made to spec of the old 68, is the spec the same with the 71? Who knows? You can't tell by looking, because these tolerances are measured in the thousandths of an inch, and you don't want to just, you know, put one in there and tighten it down and hope that it works, because if it's not a perfect fit over time, it'll waller out, and the next thing you know, your wheels come off, and that's not fun. Actually had that happen one time. So that's the plan. I'm going to box all this stuff up and pay a small fortune to FedEx to send this out there, and hope that that the people out there are able to understand my illiterate rantings about what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, and maybe they can puzzle out my meaning, and will be able to help me with my project. All right, we'll see what happens next.